Okay, I'm here in the Quarantine Cup Finals against Xyrix. Let's take a look at the Kingdom here. Way of the Butterfly is crazy, so that's just something to note, that Way of the Butterfly is always going to be a crazy card that you can do crazy things with. I could consider even opening like double Pixie here. You do want to get to Margrave fairly quickly for the attack. Mastermind gives you tons of actions, so you want to try to get thin, play a ton of Margraves. Potentially you can use Grave Robber as your payload. I'm definitely going to trash a state. I'm thinking about opening double Pixie. I think Silver Pixie is more likely to get me to Margrave first, so I'm going to go Silver Pixie. We'll see if they go double Pixie or Silver Pixie. They did go Silver Pixie, so that's good. Way of the Butterfly can be used to return 5 costs to gain farmlands. So on the last turn of the game, you can consider doing that. So I can trash this Pixie already. They got a nice boon with the Earth Skips. I can trash this Pixie already, guarantee a trash. I think that's worth it. Guarantee a trash and get a Margrave. I hit 5 here, which is interesting. I can get another Margrave. I think I'm going to get a Mastermind, though. I'm probably going to draw it dead, unfortunately, but I'll buy 2 Pixies, or like Pixie Scheme, something like that. Scheme is nice with Mastermind because you can always have an action on top that you can play. So yeah, this will be Pixie Scheme for me. And they've got their Masterminds in play, and they're playing Schemes every turn, so they're going to be able to top deck all of their actions. So I certainly want to get that in business soon. I assume they're going to buy a Margrave here. That Earth's Gift moves them ahead just a little bit, and I had to trash my Pixie for... so this is sad. I won't be able to play my Margrave next turn. But I'm just going to play Scheme, Mastermind, and buy either a Pixie or a Scheme. I can think about that. I should have 3. I think with 1 Scheme, I can sort of infinitely scheme stuff, so the Pixie is going to be better. If we look at the Colonnade points, they're ahead, so that's buying action cards that you have copies of in play, so maybe I should have bought a Scheme there for 2 VP. I'm not sure. Again, this is fine because I'm just going to play the Scheme 3 times in the Margrave, and then my terminal actions will be Margrave, Margrave, Mastermind. Try to buy another Mastermind so I can scheme 2 things. They're a little bit ahead on that. They're maybe a half a turn ahead here. We'll see. At some point, you can consider Masterminding the Pixie for searching through lots of boons. It's probably worthwhile to track which boons have been given, so you know what's coming up. I don't think I'm, at this point of the day, that interested in doing that, so we'll see. So play the Scheme 3 times, play a Margrave, hopefully find my Margrave down here. Keep. Yeah, that doesn't seem that good to me. So Mastermind, trash. So I think I'm just going to grab 2 Pixies here, rather than the second Mastermind, and Scheme. I definitely want the Mastermind, so I'm gonna risk sacrifice potential draw next turn for consistency of having it in hand. How many Pixies have been trashed? 3. So I think we're pretty close on the Pixies. I might have 3 and they have 3. They have 1 extra Scheme, and they've got the Grave Robber now. There's nothing in the Grave Robber can't get into Pixies back. But you can use the Grave Robber to trash extra. Like the last turn of the game, you can use them to trash Masterminds or Margraves into provinces. And you can trash Will-O-Wisps or Schemes into Margraves and Masterminds. So it's a nice card. They're trashing a Pixie into a Mastermind there. Luckily, they're not able to gain it and play it on the same turn. So that's nice for me. I expect they'll get the last of the Colonnade points here. Maybe that was a mistake earlier. Maybe I should have... oh, interesting. Apprentice. So something you can do is apprentice, anything into plus cards, and then use those, and then gain it back with the Grave Robber, which seems nice-ish. Do I want a gold? I don't really want a gold at this point, do I? So I'm going to draw my Margrave. I get 1 gold out of it. I don't think I'm willing. I want 1 gold. Well, it adds a lot of payload to my deck, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm able to draw it this turn, so it seems worthwhile. Keep. Oh. Keep. I have screwed this up. I thought I had 2 Margraves. I only have 1. And I'll buy the last Pixie. And I'll scheme 3 things I normally scheme. Okay, so I've screwed that up. I could have sworn I had 2 Margraves. Obviously, they have 1 Margrave. So that was a big mistake there. Yeah. So that Apprentice is nice draw. Apprentice plus Grave Robber is nice draw. I need to get probably another Margrave for myself. And I feel like I'm pretty far behind now that I screwed that up. I was behind already, but need to start considering sneaky things like piling out farmlands or something. Returning all my 5 costs for farmlands. Which seems not that difficult to do. I can also consider, you can Mastermind the Margrave, so draw 6 plus 2 buys. Is that worth it? Are there cards costing up to 4 that I want? There aren't really cards costing up to 4 I want. I want cards that cost 5 and 6. I'm going to keep that. I'm definitely going to buy that. Keep. Okay, so this is 9. And I had a little bit of draw there with the wisps, which is nice. So I'm going to get a second Mastermind. And I guess I'm going to get 1 silver. It feels bad, but I need payload in my deck. And I need draw too, though. The second Mastermind will provide me draw next turn, but not this turn. Yeah, I consider just triple playing a Margrave this turn, but I do want to play 2 Masterminds if I can. And my Wisps have a lot of targets to hit. So potentially they should be drawing Pixies and Coppers and stuff, but I'm mostly pretty close to lost here. It's not like super easy how you transition these decks necessarily into provincing, I guess, into greening. Maybe that silver was just terrible. I feel like I needed to do that to have a shot. So the way we empty piles, there's 8 of these in the pile. It's very tough for me to empty 8 of them. It is easier for them to empty 8 of them, obviously. So I'm going to play this Wisp now, try to draw, keep. So that's the money that I sorely need, so I will take that. Keep. The last card is a treasure, I'm pretty sure. Get 2 masterminds down. Continue trashing coppers. So I've got 11 here. The Grave Robber stuff seems nice. I can also like farmland a gold into province and say that gives me a little bit of a VP lead and makes you struggle to pile out. I should have a nice turn next turn. So I think I do want to get 1 mastermind no matter what I do. And that means after that I have 6 money. So it could be like a mastermind and another gold. It could be like a mastermind and my own Grave Robber. That makes some sense to me. Could be a mastermind and another Margrave, but I think I'm going to get a mastermind and a Grave Robber. And scheme the same 3 things, and I will, as before, mastermind the scheme, and then mastermind the... So I'm definitely going to draw back around. So I'm going to mastermind the scheme, and then I'm going to mastermind the Margrave, and consider returning it. With the Way of the Butterfly as the last play. They have to be a little bit careful just not to lower the piles too much. Like if they were to gain a mastermind in 4 farmlands, there's a chance that I could gain 4 farmlands myself. And like a estate or something, so they just have to be a little bit careful. Xyrix is a good player, so they're not going to make an obvious mistake like that, but there are less obvious kind of lines. They've got the Grave Robbers now. If they trash a farmland into a province somehow, I don't actually see how they could do that, but I could gain it out with the Grave Robbers. So there's like some less than obvious things that can happen here that you need to watch out for a little bit. There's also a school of thought on my tournament where I play the Will-O-Wisp 3 times. It gives me a little bit more likelihood of drawing. I can only scheme 1 card, but I'm gonna scheme the Margrave and have two masterminds in play. So I think I will do that. So they just got a province, and that makes sense. Their deck is a little bit better, so they can more safely province. They have 3 masterminds coming in next turn, so their next turn will be better than mine. I don't really see any possible way that I can empty the piles here. I just don't have enough ways to gain cards. So I'm going to mastermind the Will-O-Wisp first. That was quite nice. And that drew 3 times. So maybe now I can actually mastermind the Pixie and try to high roll for the plus buy. I should have enough draw. What's in my discard pile? I have mastermind a copper. So I have 5 cards down there, so I need to draw some amount of it, but I've got a scheme, I've got a Margrave, so I will mastermind the Pixie. That's the best one. So am I willing to take that now? I guess I am. And the last play, I can butterfly it. But it's not in play, so it doesn't actually work. Okay. So I can play Margrave now. Play my last Pixie and reassess based on what the boon is. Keep. Okay. So I can use Grave Robber to gain the Apprentice. I can return it to its pile and gain a farmland. Or gain a gold. I guess gaining the gold is nice, because I can draw that. Okay, so I have 13 money. So I could have 10 money if I do some shenanigans with... I think I'm just going to get Province Grave Robber here, though. And then scheme the Margrave. Play that 3 times. Play whatever 3 times next turn. I was considering trying to lower the farmlands there, but it seems real tough to make that work. Interesting. So I think their deck's better, so they can trade provinces with me. So if they get 2 provinces here, there's 4 provinces left. If I get 2 provinces, then we each have 3, but there's only 2 left, and their deck is capable of getting 2. So I'm in a lot of trouble if they get 2 provinces here. And it doesn't seem difficult for them to Grave Robber 5 cost into province and buy a province. Actually, they can't buy a province. They don't have enough money. But they can use 2 Grave Robbers, of which they have, to trash 2 5 costs into provinces. And they only have 1 Grave Robber left. So they have 3 Grave Robbers for the next turn, but they haven't. So it depends on what they're trashing Grave Robbers into is the challenge. I also lowered Grave Robbers there, so Grave Robbers and Masterminds, they're both at 5. So potentially those piles can run. But there's no 4-cost actions to trade, so you'd have to actually gain them. Basically, they've got 3 gains with Grave Robber and 1 buy, and they only have like 5 coins, I think. I don't have any copper. They have 2 copper, a goat, and I think 1 silver, which is 5 coins. We'll see what they do here. So they are going for the province line. And if they can get 3 provinces here, then I'm in a heap of trouble. Again, that makes, their deck is now stalled out. So next turn they have no Masterminds coming in. No way to get plus actions. And okay. So here they're just going to empty the province pile, probably. They don't have any 6 costs, so the farmlands don't help them get provinces any easier. So their deck is bad now. They still have Grave Robbers that they can see to turn things into, but they can only do that 1 per turn. I think this line for them is winning. I don't think I can catch up in time, but I can potentially get a lot of duchies and farmlands and stuff that my deck can support because I still have my Masterminds, and then try to blow up my deck next turn. So they've trashed both their Masterminds. I can even gain their Grave Robber out of the trash or gain their Mastermind out of the trash or something, and then use Grave Robber to get a bunch of duchies. So they found they're turning a pixie into a duchy, which makes some sense. They gained 2 estates. Okay. So their deck is bad now. So I'm going to play the Margrave 3 times. And I only have 1 Margrave, so I can't return it. I'll play the Scheme 3 times, I guess. Do they still have their Margrave? Yes, but they can't really play it. So I can set up a nice next turn here. Okay, so I feel fairly comfortable taking 1 province this turn. That requires 8 money. So probably go 2 silvers and a gold, gain a farmland and a province. That's 10 VP. Can I win this turn? I need to gain 23 VP. So that's 3 provinces and 2 duchies. That seems impossible. Let's play this pixie and just see what happens. Okay, that didn't help. So I'm going to play both my Masterminds. Am I going to play both my Masterminds? Maybe I only need to play 1. So I can't leave one province on top of the deck is the problem. So I'm going to consider, like, I can Grave Robber, a Mastermind. Oof, I'm out of actions now for next turn. Play 3 Masterminds. And then turn a farmland. Turn a gold into a province. Buy 1 estate. Pass turn. And then scheme Margrave. Scheme Grave Robber. And see what I can do next turn. I don't think my line was terrible there. Certainly it could be optimized more. So they pick up a province here, and I'm in a lot of trouble. Okay, so to win, I need 20. That's something like a province and 5 duchies, or a couple of those could be farmlands. I can farmland this scheme. So for 6, I can get 5 VP there. So that's probably the line, is farmland plus duchy on the scheme. I think I have to play the Margrave for draw first. I think this is possible that I have a win here. And I need to draw still. Okay. So I have a second Mastermind. So I can Grave Robber. And Grave Robber only works in actions costing 3 to 6. So I can Grave Robber, Mastermind into province, scheme into duchy. Gain the Margrave back. And then yeah, I should be able to draw that around. I don't really see a way I win without just doing stuff here, so I'm going to trash that. Gain that. Also, I can butterfly this, which gets me... butterfly gets me some amount of VP. I think, though, I'm going to gain... Yeah, so I butterfly it, that gets me 2 more VP. I still need to get to 9. And that seems tough still. Well, I'm going to return it, take a farmland, and play Pixie 3 times. Man, that's a really nice boon. So that gives me 7, 9. I can farmland. I can return a Grave Robber for 2. I think I just have to keep it. I don't see any reason to not trash it. Yeah, I don't have any. Okay, whatever. I might have screwed that up there. So I can Grave Rob the Mastermind into a duchy, and I think I've screwed this up. Well, I can return. I can get 3 farmlands and then buy a farmland and a duchy. That's 9 points. And I went second. Return it for farmland. Return it for farmland. And actions. Gain a duchy. End turn. And that is a tie. I believe, according to the rules of this tournament, the second player wins in a tie, which I didn't know before I did that. So I think Wowza sums that up. They have it better. I think they just a little bit too aggressively greened and left open, but it could have just been the way the turns alternate between the 2 players. that I happen to be just a little bit behind, but they have to add stuff to their deck, and them adding stuff to the deck slows down the game. I think they also could have considered, well, no, they can't really take off a turn and not, because I was able to gain a bunch more provinces that last turn than I needed to. So all in all, that was a crazy game. Hopefully you stayed to the end of this, and I didn't play it optimally. I'll have to watch the other stream of their side and see if they how they played it, and maybe learn a few things, because they played it really well, it seemed, in just the way the turns alternated. Things ended up badly for them. My luck, I guess. Second player advantage somehow. And thank you for all listening to this video.